What's up, Irish fans? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. Special edition Monday night here at the Golden Dawn. Going to promote the Ursuline Lady Irish Volleyball team tonight. Cannot thank the girls enough and Coach Zunic for coming over on a Monday night here at the Golden Dawn. Cannot thank Johnny Naples and the Golden Dawn for all they do for us at YSN and obviously the home of the Ursuline Irish. Another good night here. Coach Zunic is going to join us. Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, Steve.
We love to have the opportunity to get a chance to talk. Before we get into some volleyball, tell everybody from Ursuline a little bit about yourself. We talked off air, married, have a newborn baby, Miles.
I do.
So I'll let you talk a little bit about that. Shout out to your wife and Miles from all of us at YSN. Congrats. That has to be exciting.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So it's my third year here at the high school level with Ursuline. And each year we've gotten better and better. And a little bit about myself is I have a newborn, 3-month-old. My wife is Rachel, and she's super supportive. As we all know, sports and high school sports especially take up a lot of time, a lot of effort. And I just can't thank her enough for the support she gives me. And I love my little baby boy, Miles.
There's nothing better than a little baby at home. Obviously, I remember and miss those days for sure. Congrats to you, to your wife. Shout out to them. It's a full-time job for families and newborns and to be a coach. How has that been? It's probably a little different.
A little bit different. So I'm a school teacher as well.
Okay,
so
you teach at?
I teach at St. Rose.
Okay, very good.
And I teach kindergarten through 8th grade. I'm the music teacher over there.
Okay, very good.
So there's some days where I teach the littlest of little kindergarten, and then I go coach seniors right after school.
And then you get that 7th and 8th grader that's ready to come over to high school.
But overall, it's a wonderful experience being able to work with young people, being able to coach them and lead them. And, hopefully make them better people.
Absolutely. You're making them better people. Nathan Zunic, the head volleyball coach here at Ursuline High School. Glad to have him on here at YSN on a special Monday night edition. Let's talk about this volleyball team a little bit. We talked off air a little bit, being very, very successful season. Pretty big volleyball match tomorrow night against the folks from the Southside, Cardinal Mooney. And the tournament starts next week. We talked. So far, how has the season gone for this group?
So this season's met a lot of our expectations and our goals that we set out in the beginning of the year. So before the season even starts, we sit down and we go over what we want to accomplish. And that starts with our senior leadership, some of the girls that you're going to talk to tonight. And our goals aren't always objectives that we can meet on the court. A lot of them are what can we do off the court in order to make us better humans, better people. And that starts with having a family mentality with one another, working together to achieve success. And once we can attain that, we can then play better on the court.
No doubt. I love that answer. Those are huge things. Ursuline High School is a great high school. Obviously, I have a daughter, Grace. It's a senior there now, and Daniel graduated from Ursuline. Very proud to be a part of Ursuline. I think that's the thing that people don't realize. No matter what sport it is, Coach, or no matter, it's a pretty tight-knit atmosphere. It's a group that sticks together and supports one another through seasons. That's why for myself, it was important to get all the fall sports involved. Obviously, football is big. There's no doubt about that. But there's other sports in the fall, boys and girls, that the teams have done quite well all season, yours being included. Talk about this senior group a little bit and what they mean to you as your first group coming over to Ursuline and being a part of developing a program. Obviously, they've been with you the longest. What do they bring for you?
Well, they bring athleticism. So we can look at X's and O's. They bring knowledge of the game. One of the big things that I preach on the court and throughout practice is volleyball IQ. So being smart with what you're doing with the second ball, where we need to be defensively, how we can run better offense when we're out of system. So their IQ and how it's grown over the past 3 years has led us to where we are in the success that we're having this season. And couple that with the athleticism that they show is why we're winning games.
I want to ask you, I'm curious. I love watching the sport. Volleyball is a fun sport to watch. I mean, I've played it just in college and those types. It was always the fun thing to do, or if you're at a beach on the sand. How do you get to have a quality IQ in volleyball? What's some of the things that, for a person just starting, some of the things they need to work on?
So it begins with playing. And it begins with having and listening to your coach. And then it also comes from film study, from watching the game in general. So I always encourage my players from the freshman up through senior class to watch college level volleyball,
Sure.
to go out and watch high level volleyball games around our area from some of the teams that are competing at the highest levels. And, really paying attention to what are they doing in order to maintain the success that they're having year after year after year. One of my goals is to in the future is to go see more college games. We have, the University of Pittsburgh around us who are playing at a championship level.
Sure.
We have Ohio State.
Right.
We have YSU close
Sure.
by right there
Right.
to go watch games on a nightly basis. So seeing the games played at the highest level, give them the IQ and give them a better idea of how to become a better volleyball player.
I love that answer
Mhm.
because I do a lot of things at YSU. The women's program is getting better.
Yeah.
I think they won another league match the other night. Great sport to watch.
Yeah.
When I turn on the TV and I see, the college volleyball tournaments, there's some athleticism that's off the charts. I don't think I could hit one of those 100-mile-an-hour spikes coming at me. I don't think I could do that. But for you, Ursuline always plays a good schedule.
Mhm.
Obviously, you play a very good volleyball schedule too. Now you're getting towards the end. Cardinal Mooney tomorrow night for Irish fans. Head on over to Cardinal Mooney and support the girls in a big one tomorrow night. Does that schedule pretty comparable to like other sports like football prepares them for the playoffs? Obviously, when you go next week for the tournament with the people you'll play, you'll be ready.
It does. Yeah. So when you play up divisions, even the better teams within your own division, it allows you to see the speed of the game. So that's one thing that is hard to replicate that the bigger schools and the bigger teams bring is the speed. So seeing that consistently helps prepare you for the speed of the better teams that you'll see in the playoffs. And then that way it's not new. The game's not too fast for you.
No.
You can take a breath, you can slow down and play good volleyball.
Well, that's a great answer. Coach Nate Zunic, head volleyball coach here at Ursuline High School. Glad to have him on. Going to have the girls on here from the Golden Dawn on a Monday night. Senior player profiles, obviously, Coach's Corner with Nate. You play at Kenston, you said, for a tournament.
We play at Kenston against Edgewood.
Boy, that's a little different.
So,
at Kenston against Edgewood.
Yes.
So we get out of school a little early for the girls. We play next. I can say this on YSN. Mr. Sam, if you're listening, what time we play next Wednesday?
To get out of school early, let's say we play at 5 o'clock.
Okay, we play at 5 o'clock. So, Mr. Sam, they should probably have something good to eat for lunch. And then I'm thinking 1 o'clock would be to get you enough preparation to watch film and get yourself ready to play.
Mentally prepare.
All right, so Mr. Sam, if you're listening to that,
meditate.
Steve Leslie and YSN's all for it. What's the biggest keys you look for now when you end the regular season now and get prepared for the tournament? Some of the things that you want to see this group improve on.
Defensive coverage, playing good defense. If you can play good defense, if you can serve and receive, you have a huge advantage in the sport of volleyball at this level. Just by looking at hitting lines alone, you can think a lot of teams can beat you.
Right.
But that's not the case. If you can't pass, you can't win in volleyball.
Well,
so
I want to ask as being a coach, is it easier to serve or is it easier to defend? I watch it, but I can't tell. Me personally, I would always want to serve.
So I try to make serve receive the important part, but serving, they both have their differences. I don't think anything can quite replicate the pressure of a serve.
I can imagine.
Back at the line and the score is 24-23.
And the place is crowded and it's the last point and people are yelling and screaming.
Like when you're playing Ursuline Mooney tomorrow.
That'll be, it's a little different
it's all you.
Vibe.
It's all you back there at that line. So being able to handle that pressure, there's nothing like it. It's a fun atmosphere. So
with Nathan Zunic, head volleyball coach at Ursuline. I know Ursuline's proud to have you here. I've heard a lot of good things about you. I'm glad I was able to finally meet you. Wish you nothing but the best with the ladies and with the rest of the season, and obviously the family at home. Mm-hmm. There's nothing better than going home from here and spending time with the little baby boy and your wife. And
little boy's got his Ursuline gear. He's got his shirts. He comes to the games, and
one
day he'll be using his voice to cheer. So
that's all that matters. So. Best of luck to you. Good luck tomorrow night against Ursuline and in the tournament. We appreciate you coming out. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you having us. Thanks, Steve.